The scene is set within the Looking Glass Cabaret of the Toreador Elysium. John Stanhope still sits within the makeshift throne area within the private suite of the cabaret after everyone has disappeared from his first announcements. He sits in contemplation on the throne, fingers steepled, mind working 1,000 miles a minute as he starts to formulate the intricate web which he has planned for the city. It is at this time that a new arrival appears.
William Red enters the room, still having a small mask on his face, his round tinted glasses on his nose in front of his mask give it a double look. Walking cane in hand, he approaches the prince and gives a low, very respectful bow. Greetings, my prince. I'm a new arrival in the city and wish to present myself to you.
Good evening, sir. What is your name and clan?
My name is William Red of Clan Tremere.
I see. And where did you hail from before coming to New Serum, Mr. Red?
I have come here from the Vienna Chantry. Bad mouths would claim that it is exile. I say that it's a journey of self-improvement.
Well, Vienna is well established and quite the, well, prosperous city. Would you care to elaborate why you have been made to go on your little sojourn?
Let's just say loyalty in too great degrees to one man can lead to conflicts of interests. I have since learned that putting loyalty in only one place can be a dangerous game to play.
Just so. There is only one place you need to put your loyalty to, Mr. Red, and that is the Camarilla.
I am well aware of that, my prince.
Just so. So what is your trade, Mr. Red?
I am a linguist, a negotiator, an interpreter, pretty much anything that has to do with getting people to see eye to eye. This is what I have done in my mortal life, but ever since my embrace, I've been looking more and more into the arcane arts, and it is fascinating. It's gripping me more than my trade could have possibly caught me in life.
Well, you wouldn't be a Tremere if the arcane arts didn't hold some sort of appeal.
Indeed. Appeal, usefulness, function before form. But arcane arts aren't enough in these harsh nights. A quick tongue, a sharp wit, a good word placed here and there, a contact made, a word whispered, they're all just as useful as any ritual.
Just so. It is not the tools that we wield, but how they are placed that defines a kindred. So, do you have any ambitions within this city, Mr. Red? Any pet projects you wish to pursue?
Not really. My ambition here is first and foremost to temper myself and get used to unliving, so to speak. Let's just say I wasn't trained properly by my sire. I was used to a very chaotic style of work, a chaotic style of unlife. I need to temper myself, gather myself, and once my personal development is, let's say, achieved, then I will see about pet projects. For now, I serve the Camarilla, and I serve my clan with great zeal.
Excellent. I do not like the word chaos in my city, Mr. Ed. I do hope that your meditations on this particular matter of your character are resolved swiftly.
Of course they will. After all, it is my first and foremost priority, unless, my prince, you would give me another task.
There are plenty of tasks in the city. I am not sure if your Primogen has made you aware, but this city has been in a great upheaval, a great, well, period of chaos. And finally the order of the Camarilla is coming back in. And for that we need able and ready kindred to put a firm hand on the rudder so we can sail this ship towards safer shores. As such, since you are a linguist and a scholarly man, I suspect this will be more up your alley. The city's Department of Education is a useful device for us. I would like to set up schemes where the most talented of the new crop of kine can be herded in the right direction and placed under our control. Therefore, I would like you to focus your task on this for me.
A very wise choice, my prince. Since we are immortal, or at least striving for immortality, as long as we can catch the kine in our net from a young age, guide them to a path best suited to our interests, then we can only profit greatly from this. Of course, I will do this, and if I if I notice anything, let's say, better, of greater purpose among these kind, I'll see, of course, with your permission, if they can be brought into your service more closely, if that would be okay with you.
I look forward to seeing your progress on this, Mr. Red. That is to say that the advancement of the kind and the acquisition of knowledge has always been a hobby of mine.
Mr. William Red hides one of his hands at his back. He is prestidigitating quite hard. It's a tick he can't really escape. And clears his throat while he tries to regain his composure as best he can and addresses the prince. Of course, my prince. I'm glad that there is such a great importance put on information in this city. After all, information is power, and he who wields information can, let's just say, he has greater power than any sword. Speaking of which, I have a small trinket I may present to you, if you shall accept it. He pulls out a small gilded letter opener from one of his inside pockets and hands it to the prince. This, my prince, is no mere butter knife, so to say. It's a letter opener that was in the that used to belong to a knight commander of the Teutonic Order that had a chapter house in Vienna. I think that if you do not think it symbolizes great strength, being a sword, it can be used to deflect and strike at the same time, then you could sell it to a museum and get some monetary value out of it. Since we talked about power, I thought that a symbol of power could be, let's say, useful to a prince.
It is often said that one should never accept gifts from the Tremere. And with that, John will roll his perception, empathy, and flash his auspex at you, just to check that there's no ill intent behind this gift. It's not like going to explode or anything.
No, it's not.
You can never tell with the Tremere, so you just got to be careful. There we are. Oh yeah, with 5 successes. Seeing that you are in fact genuine and it's not a evil fetter of some kind, he accepts the gift. A very well thought out gift, with numerous meaning and symbolism. Something I can appreciate, Mr. Red. It is always the thought that counts, after all.
Of course, my prince. I am glad that my gift was accepted, and not only accepted, but let's say, what's the word I'm looking for here? Well received. Yes, well received.
Correct. The only thing you must know, Mr. Red, is that the red light district of New Sarum is a no-feeding zone.
I have heard from our harpy that there was a problem with a plague bearer. Am I correct?
Indeed. The problem has been now dealt with, and the issue is subsiding, but we do not want a repeat offense.
Of course, my prince.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing your inevitable rise within our society, Mr. Red.
He takes a deep bow and proceeds to take a step backward, showing his intention to leave the room. If I may leave now, my prince, I think I have taken up enough of your time.
Don't let me detain you, Mr. Red.
Of course. He leaves the room, again, slowly bowing his head.
And there we will end our scene.